Hello everyone. How are you guys doing? I trust that you are well. I hope that wherever you find yourself today, whatever the thoughts are that might have been, occupying your mind, those thoughts then become energy and they move through your body. I hope that they've been good. Remember that you need to choose to be happy. You need to find a way to be happy even when it looks like there's nothing to be happy about. Even when your heart feels a little bit heavy, you need to find ways. You are the master of your mind. Your mind is not the master of you. Find ways to see the positive aspects. Find ways to see the sunshine, the sunlight. Find ways to feel lighter and happier because you are constantly creating with your energy. And you deserve to be happy. And you don't want to create from a negative energy vibration because then you're just attracting more negativity. Guys, you know that I channel my message. Whatever comes through, that is what Source Spirit wants me to share with you. Everything that I say in my readings, in my videos, that's me channeling. There's a message for you there. It's not just me blabbing on or saying, because that's what I've been thinking about. No, actually, that's not what I wasn't thinking about that at all. I was busy with something completely different. So be mindful. You know, the messages that come through to you, sometimes we think they're just noise, but they're not. I want to do a reading, pick a card for you guys. I want us to take a look at that person that you can't, that has had a huge impact on you energetically, emotionally. You can't, you find yourself thinking about all the reasons why you should forget them. And you think to yourself, oh, they're not even that wonderful. Why am I obsessing over this person? Why after all this time do I still feel the way that I do about them? What is it about this connection? I just feel this pull constantly and I need to figure it out. Is it just in my head? Am I crazy? I'm doing this pick a pile for you guys. We are taking a look at whether or not this is real love. And we are specifically looking at this person, the person that you have in mind. We are looking at their 3D energy, the energy that they embody in this 3D reality. So mentally, what is on their mind when it comes to you, how do they feel in their body, how do they feel, anything that Spirit wants to reveal regarding that. And then we want to look at what's happening on a soul level, because so many of us are still so disconnected. We have this discord within us. We are so disconnected. We live as though our soul and our body and our mind, they're different things. And especially with I don't really want to say that because a lot of men are so conscious and awakened, but it is just based on a lot of programming, just based on various things that we generally tend to find that there are more men than women that have this disconnection where they need to rationalize things, need to make sense. They navigate their life experience from the mind. They're not really willing to surrender and allow their intuition to just take control. Whereas females have the tendency to be more willing, to trust that more, to trust their intuition more. But times have changed a lot. Times have changed, things have changed, and now you're finding that there isn't such a strong differentiation or distinction between men and women, that it's more about the energy that they embody. And you find a lot of women that are in their heads and in their egos. And even though their intuition calls out to them, screams out to them, they're not willing to listen to it. So you take it as it resonates, whether you're a man or a woman watching this video. It doesn't matter who your person is. We are looking at what is happening with them in relation to you in the physical, in the physical and metaphysical. So that is your the physical attraction, and then also what's happening mentally, what's happening energetically, because a lot of people think the energy is spiritual. Energy is created through our emotions and our thoughts. That's the energy that we send out, and that's metaphysics. That's still ego based. It's just we've developed more intelligent ways of using our minds and navigating our energy and managing that. The soul stuff is non-duality. It just is. The soul is eternal truth. What is for you on a soul level has been and always will be. It's not going to change. And that's where we look at what the deeper truth is, not what the truth is based on what is happening with the person in the 3D or 5D aspect. When I talk about a soul level, I'm talking about the infinite aspect of who you and your person are. So we're looking at the part of them that is eternal wisdom, infinite, their soul as well. So that's how we're going to do it. I'm doing 3 piles. I just want to, I'm not great with the timestamps, but I want to try and do it for this one. So I just want to sort of write when I'm, what is it time now? Okay, so that's, so we're going to begin. So you are going to choose your power. I always ask that you take a few deep breaths. Ask your guides and keepers to guide you, to help you to know whether or not this is your message or not, and which of the piles are actually for you. So just take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition, and call upon your angel guides, your spirit guides, your keepers, and ask them to guide you through it. You can pause the video if you need to do that. And then you just think about the number, or you call out the number, and whatever pushes up for you and feels right, go with that one. If you find yourself feeling drawn to watch them all, then watch them all. Maybe there's something in there for you as well. But normally that works quite well. So trust your intuition. And then we're going to begin with pile 1. We are looking at whether or not this is real love. And we're looking at what's happening with your person, this person, pile 1, that you have not been able to get out of your energy. You feel them everywhere, in every part of your being, in your head. They constantly pop up. You feel the energy pull, you feel the emotional pull. And even though you've had the conversation in your head 1,000 times that they're not even that wonderful and you just need to get over them because they're not really what you want, there's something else that does not agree with you. So we are looking at how they feel about you, what they feel in relation to you on a 3D and 5D level, so in their body and in their energy and in their mind. And then we're going to look at what is active in relation to you on a soul level for them. And we look at the difference then, and this will give us an indication of whether your person is very disconnected from their truth or not. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So, we're looking at your person, pile 1, what's happening for them in relation to you, their thoughts, their feelings, the energy that they feel when it comes to you, how they're being guided at the moment. This person, this is interesting. Pile 1s. Your person experienced a major spiritual awakening when you came into their lives. They witnessed themselves in a very new and unique way. Your energy, for some reason, and there was something about you activated them in some way. This must be a very powerful connection. You activated them in some way that they were able to, the part of them that is intuitive, the part of them that is soul, was able to emerge. It's as if you set light to parts of them that felt dead. This person sees themselves in a whole new way. This person feels as though you hold the key and you understand how to gain access, and you've given them access to the most powerful part of themselves. They do feel intimidated though, and when this person gets into their head, so you could be dealing with, okay, so you guys could be dealing with either Leo or a Gemini, a Libra. Those are the signs that I'm seeing here. This person has a tendency, or they have it in their moon, but this person has the tendency to get into their heads, to overanalyze, to overthink things, and when they find themselves doing that, they wrestle with how powerful you feel and the impact that you have on them. And it scares them because it makes them feel as though you hold the key to puppet them. This person, Spirit says to me, has had experience in the past, especially in relationship with the opposite gender, of being manipulated, controlled. And so that's something that, so they've had those experiences, and there is a vulnerability that they feel with you, and they feel as though it is important for them. They have a tendency to be overly emotional when it comes to you, and they're really, really trying to maintain control because they're afraid that if they don't maintain control and focus, it's as if you came along and all the rules change when it comes to you. The inhibitions are gone. They're vulnerable. They feel this depth of emotion for you, and they feel as though they need to control it because they don't want to get hurt again, and they don't want to make the wrong decision. And there's this fear that this person has trust issues. There's this fear that they're being delusional, and with all the power that you've shown them, that they've seen in you and your capacity, the impact that you've had on them, and not only them, on other people too, but specifically with them, they can't, things are different with you. It's as if they are not able to control, and they don't feel like they can master anything when it comes to you. Okay. So this is the thing. And this is what many people don't realize. We spend our life searching for real love. Real love is not the kind of thing that you can control. Real love will make you so pliable. It will ground you down until you are pure white flour, so that you can become that sacred bread as you go through that sacred flame for life's sacred heart. I'm not saying it properly, but that's Rumi. And that's exactly what it is. It's not this, it's something that leaves you so pure. There's no place for ego. The masks that you are used to wearing around people, your regular ways of manipulating things, your guard that you have up. When real love comes into your life, all of that falls away. The shields that have led you to believe that you are safe, they fall away, because love wants you to realize that you never needed any of those things, that love has always been enough. This person has felt the full impact of love. They've seen it, they've felt it like a massive wave, but they get into their heads and they doubt it, and they are afraid because this person, as I say, has had very bad experiences. And we all have. I don't know what it is with us human beings. We always feel that our story is so tragic and we make ourselves victims, and then we never ever get to rise above and actually welcome into our lives the fullness of what it is we're reaching for. Because we're so busy protecting ourselves from horrible things, and those things, that it happens to everyone. We need to learn to let go. We need to learn to see how things have actually contributed to our expansion and our growth, and focus on that. That is what keeps us away from love. It's not finding the right person. It's not finding someone that's good enough. It's not finding somebody that's actually willing to be what we need them to be. When you allow your perspective to change about that which you perceive to be so horrible and awful, and actually look at yourself and see how you've overcome so much, and that you are actually able to handle anything that comes your way, to see and recognize how it's contributed to your life experience and your expansion more than anything else, then you put yourself in a position to be able to allow into your life all that you are searching for. Because you are no longer living your life as though you are this weak, fragile thing that needs to be protected from everything. And you can't tell the difference between what is good and bad. Thank you, Spirit. Let's take a look at what's happening for this person on a soul level. Oh my God, guys. This is pile ones. I'm actually getting emotional. This is definitely a twin flame connection. Soulmate. Deep, deep, deep spiritual connection. Both of you have experienced such immense growth and expansion. Doesn't matter what's happened since you've come into one another's life. It's been an activation. You are kindred spirits, souls. You are two apples from the same tree. Not even from the same tree, from the same branch. Not even from the same branch. You bloomed from the same flower. This person has seen all the way into you, and they are finding it difficult to believe what they've seen, because I don't even know if you've seen what they've seen. There's a resonance here, and they were able to look into your soul. Pure, positive energy, who you are at your core, beyond your ego, beyond your life experience, beyond the data that you've accumulated here. They are able to feel your communication, where you are, without you even having to say a word. And the same for you. You've seen this person the way no one else has seen them ever, the way that they haven't ever even met with themselves. It is incredibly beautiful and incredibly powerful. The healing and the growth that has taken place even before the initial activation when you met, when you went through a growth spurt and a process of healing, they expanded. When they went through a growth process and healing, you expanded. You were awakening to vast levels of consciousness, individually and together. You came into one another's lives, and you both knew there was excitement, a new energy, an emotional availability from the both of you. You knew this was an opportunity for something new. Something happened here. And it's very likely that the old, which the ego is attached to, previous life experiences and data, and which you have made part of your limited identity in this life experience. I am always being da 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 da, so I need to watch out for that. This has been my experience. This is what I've always seen. I wanted to hope in this, but am I just being delusional? Am I just imagining it? Your person did it on their own level, so the pain body was activated, because when there is such deep emotion and such deep connection, and this is big, this is bigger than any of you have ever experienced, it is natural for the ego to feel that it needs to protect you, and then it goes back and collects that old data and say, well, the last time this happens, how do we avoid it? And when you spend your life trying to avoid what love is trying to give you, love says, okay, I'm here, but you're clearly not ready for me. I'm not playing this game. So you go off and you do what you need to do in your doubt and in your ego and reactivating old things, because you're not yet ready to believe that you deserve this. So when you're ready, I'll be here. You see, Source doesn't play the games that we play. And masks came back on here, and instead you guys started to play some sort of game. Let's take a look at what Spirit is saying, just in terms of some advice. You can be easy, you can surrender, you don't have to fix anything. You don't have to make anything right. Understand that this is the process, because we have a tendency to revert and to go back to our ego. And this kind of connection is about consciousness and spiritual expansion, and you accessing the part of you that is soul and trusting it, both of you. And so the separation needed to happen. It was painful. There's been a lot of growth. There's been a lot of realization, shifting of perspective. There is clarity. Both of you have gained new clarity and understanding, and both of you understand that this is something big, and both of you have been able to progress from this, and there's been a lot of growth and healing. The awareness, the consciousness about what this is has not gone away. Your feelings are still strong and dominant, and so is your person's. You both have gained new clarity. You both are willing to let go a lot of the crap that got you to where you are now. You both are willing to be the expanded versions of yourself and to embrace love and to be mature in love. But something's holding you back. Either you're waiting on this person or this person's waiting on you, or whatever, but there is something, it's still in the mind. So it must be a reactivation of trying to be rational and sensible and reawakening old fears and doubts. And it sends the message out into the universe, I'm not yet ready. And so there is no movement forward as long as that is happening, because the universe yields to you. The universe yields to what you ask for. We are constantly attracting with our energy. What we believe is what activates the memory, and then the emotion behind it, and that sends out the energy, and that's the message that we send the universe. That both of you want to come together. There's both of you see one another as your ideal partner, as your as that committed long-term. This is the person I'm supposed to spend my life with. Power one. That is your message. I see this person energetically in the 3D, 5D, and on a soul level. This is a very strong connection, very strong soulmate connection. And this person's definitely been expanding as well, whether they know it or not. Okay, so we're moving on to pile 2. Pile 2, we are taking a look at that person that you hold in your heart space, that person that you've been trying to get over, that person that you can't understand why you can't stop thinking about them. You can't understand why, even though there's so much about them and how they do things and what they do that you don't even like, but you, for some reason, there's this pull.